So let's start off with Asturias by Isaac Albanese. This song is obviously written at a much higher level than early intermediate in its main arrangement and its original form. So what I've done, I've taken some good elements from this to help us at early intermediate levels learn to play a song that you'll hear a lot of guitar players play and you'll think, I wish I could play that. So now you can. The song's often called Leyenda as well, so I'll just call it Asturias and we'll take it from here. So we start off, you can see straight away that we have in the top voice of the song, we've got a pedal note. I'm going to use my middle finger, I've put index or middle to play that. It's just note E, and that's on the offbeat, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and that's just a repeating note. So that's quite nice, it means you don't really have to read that, you know that's just going to happen there. The next set of notes we need to look at now are the bass notes, and I'm going to use my thumb for those. You'll have noticed in book 1 I will have talked about resting fingers and thumbs when we're playing to help support the hand. In this song you're just not going to have time, so the best thing I can suggest is just hold your hand nice and steady over the strings and try not to move your hand or your wrist. Keep the movement only from the fingers and no lateral movement with the hand. If I just go through those notes to start off with, the low notes, we've got A, fret 2 on string 4 for the E, F, which is fret 3, D, open string, E, fret 2 again, and then C. Now that's a little 2-bar phrase that will keep repeating, so if I just go through that, we get A, E, F, D, E, C, A, E, F, D, E, C. Okay, we get 3 of those. So now I'll add the high notes in, so think of them as 2-bar phrases. I've prepared my fingers, so I'm kind of ready with my fingers 2 and 3 now. You can see I've got my hand in position. So we'll go at this tempo, and I'm not going to emphasise the E notes. I'm going to make those quieter because the interesting voice, of course, or the interesting line is the bass line with the moving notes. 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and A, E, F, D, E, C, bar 5, A, E, F, D, E, C. We're going to change now, we've got D, B, C, A, G, fret 3, string 6, F, fret 1, string 6, and then E. So that little run at the end there goes A, G, F, E, little crescendo there to give it some emotion. So what I'll do, I'll play that first little section through and I'll put the dynamics in to help us. 3 and... So I've just moved on from the end of there and into bar 10. I'll start from that bar 9 because that's the start of a 2-bar phrase again, which has some repeating in it. So let's go through that. So we start with an E, E, middle E I call it. So it's the middle of the E's, fret 2 on string 4 there. E, E, F, D, E. And what I've done there, I've used finger 3 for that E. I don't know if you can see it, finger 3 for that E, because finger 2 is going to smoothly play the B afterwards. So we get D, E, B, E. Back to finger 2 for the E, 3 for the F, D, finger 3 for the E. Slight change now. We get a pattern which goes upwards instead of just that 2-bar phrase repeating. So I'll start from bar 10, 11, 12, bar 13. D, E, F, G, E, off with, and then a chord E, G sharp with finger 1 on fret 1 of string 3, a B, G sharp, B, E, and a soft strum. Not too loud there as we're coming to the end of the phrase. So I'll play from bar 9 through to the end of that section. And we've got a little pause mark above that chord to let it ring on. Now we've come to the end of that first section. I'll do a second video dealing with the lento section and the end section as well.